which the Kings won back in November by 4. In Minnesota, as we just saw that great 33-25 performance of Kevin Garnett won in early December. So this is the third overtime game these two teams have played in the 7 meetings, including the playoffs this year.
Well, the problem you've got right now, if you're Minnesota, Bibby and Stojakovic are now shooting the ball well. They have made some big shots. They're hot.
Remember, Sam Cassell is fouled out of the game. Kevin Garnett knocked away by Miller and picked up by Peja Stojakovic, and here comes Doug Christie. And Stojakovic has got the...
Remember what I said when they had the lead? You cannot let good things happen for the Kings. I didn't think they were going to be able to win the game, but all of a sudden now Stojakovic and Bibby are making every shot.
Stojakovic has 22. Timberwolves are shooting 46%. Hoiberg for 3. Minnesota's getting cold. Rebound by Weber. And the Kings are shooting 46% as well.
I tell you, both these coaches are going to be in straitjackets after this series. I'm telling you.
Not to mention the two of us.
Yeah.
Here comes Brad Miller.
No question.
How exciting. It's Chris Weber with 17. Martin knocked it away. Hoiberg gets it. They got a little 2-on-2 with Martin colliding with Bibby with his great defense, and Christie brings it back the other way.
I think Bibby has 5 fouls. He was very good. Look at this. He's making every shot.
Missing a 3. Sprewell the rebound. He clutches onto his 8th. Sprewell has 23. And Kevin Garnett with the Timberwolves high 24. Double team, maybe triple teamed inside with a Sacramento foul. And they're going to put that on Brad Miller, who picks up his 5th of the game.
They're going to call that on the pass. Look at the three-point shooting. That's how you get yourself right back in at 5 of 6 for 35 points in that period. 14 of them off turnovers. That's what those turnovers will do.
Minnesota hasn't hit from the field in over 5 minutes and 20 seconds as Garnett tried to grind his way in, and he is fouled on the play. Number 4 is put on Chris Weber.
Kevin, remember we were talking about the first 2 games. In the fourth quarter of the first 2 games, Sam Cassell had scored 22 of the 35 points that Minnesota scored. He had 8 of 15 from the floor. Garnett and Sprewell were combined 2 of 13. They're going to have to be the guys tonight. There is no Sam Cassell. They're going to have to draw on the MVP and Sprewell. Those are the 2 guys who are going to have to make plays for them.
Minnesota from the free throw line tonight, 16 of 22. Kings are 23 of 29. And Garnett coolly drains it, 5 of 6, 25 points. As Trenton Hassel will come in.
They go off.
Martin will leave.
Excuse me, Kevin. Offensive, defensive substitution. Now Hassel in the game. So that'll put, again, Garnett back at the point guard position.
It's the 6th time in Sacramento era playoff history they've had an overtime game. Dallas was the last in the playoffs a season ago. Christie, Miller, little drop pass for Mike Bibby. The 2-man game with Miller. And Weber with the shot clock at 5, and Christie's got it fired. It's a 2-point try, and Miller is there with the offensive rebound, losing it. And a jump ball is what they call. One hustle by Kevin Garnett, who's right in the back of Brad Miller. And Dick Bavetta jumping in with the call.
That's why you go down on the floor for loose balls. That's another reason why you're the MVP. Look at him throwing himself around down on the floor here. The ball is loose. He doesn't reach for it. He puts himself right down on top of it. Dives right down to get the jump ball. And he should have the advantage here and get this tip.
Sacramento Kings tonight are plus 10 overall in rebounding. And we know Weber can't jump, so this would be an easy tap for Garnett. Or rather, Miller can't jump as high as Kevin can. So this,
he stole the tip.
He did, yeah, he did. He got up there quick, and that means that Minnesota will let out. Yep, and that's what ticks off Miller. Minnesota's last field goal, Doug, came at the 3:45 mark of the fourth quarter.
You know, the only thing bad about this right now, what's going on, it's 1:45 back in the East. There's a lot of people sleeping who are missing some kind of game.
Terrific ball game. Screamo against Christian. In overtime, Garnett against Weber. They now double him with Christie and Kevin bobbling the shot clock at 4. Trenton Hassel hit nothing. He was hit as he was going up on the shot.
Is that Bibby's sixth?
And he's gone. And a technical foul on Bibby as he throws his headband up into the crowd.
Oh, Mike Bibby is hot. Here's somebody's throwing down stuff on top of us.
Well, now Sam Cassell has fouled out of the game, and Mike Bibby has fouled out of the game. The 2 point guards, these point guards have influenced all the playoffs in the NBA this postseason.
You see, hit him on the elbow. When a ball goes like that, he did not hit the ball. You could see, and Mike Bibby can't do that. He's got to keep his poise there.
Hoiberg misses the free throw. Hoiberg had been 2 of 2 from the line. So Bibby is ticked off. We're still tied now at 106. We've got 2.5 to play in the first overtime here in Sacramento.
And we got no point guards left. We're going to bring you onto the floor, Coach Harlan, to run the team.
And I'll be looking for you slashing off the baseline. We got a timeout.
Financial services.
We're looking at only 3 points.
Reduction long-term receivables.
The luxurious Hyundai XG350L with America's best warranty. It's getting noticed in more ways than one.
The NBA playoffs on TNT. Back in the hunt. Will the Nets make it 2 in a row? Then the series heats up in LA. Can the Lakers get even with the Spurs?
Let the truth be told.
Pistons Nets game 4. Spurs Lakers game 4. Tomorrow night. Win or go home.
They've been going full speed all right tonight in this very hotly contested Game 3 in this best-of-7 Western Conference semifinal, tied at a game apiece.
You know, Kevin, it's interesting. When you look at the numbers, Minnesota only has 7 turnovers in this game. We see tonight the Game 3, obviously. Wednesday, the Game 4 will be in Minnesota Friday night for Game 5. But you look, Minnesota only has 7 turnovers. They had turnovers in that fourth quarter that cost them 14 points.
Hassel at the line, looking at the Kings tonight, Doug Collins. They've only played 7 players, and they just lost one, and Mike Bibby do foul trouble.
I'll tell you, the mood swings in this series that we've only into Game 3 have been incredible.
Anthony Peeler comes in for Mike Bibby. Doug Christie with 24 points and 11 rebounds tonight. He's got the double-double, as does Kevin Garnett with 26 and 14. Stojakovic has caught fire in the second half and slashes inside. It's Peeler for 3. Rebound, Kevin Garnett taken away by Miller, bumping into Johnson. Outside a wide open 3 by Christie. Miller couldn't get his hands on it. Urban Johnson rumbling out of bounds off of Minnesota. Sacramento will inbound with 2 to play in overtime.
Well, fatigue setting in right now on Minnesota's front line. Kevin Garnett is worn out. Someone's going to have to help him come back and get some rebounds. If I'm Sacramento, I go to that offensive boards. And that's what Weber and Miller are doing. Look at the great hustle by all the players involved. Brad Miller down on the floor. New shot clock.
And Urban Johnson. Here comes Stojakovic. 22 points. Weber, he's got 17. Foul. And Hassel in there defending. Hassel picks it up. Number 3 on him. Boy, look at the minutes played tonight. Sprewell's played 47. Rent's played 42. Off the bench, Hoiberg's played 33 for the Kings, 47 for Stojakovic, 45 for Weber, 40 for Christie. Peja Stojakovic for 3.
This guy couldn't make a shot. Now all of a sudden he can't miss a shot.
He's got 25 points. That is a Kings high. And they've got a 1-point lead. Hoiberg. Sprewell's got 23.
Now Kevin Garnett has got to come get the basketball. He's the guy.
With the defense by Christie. Here comes KG and a foul on Chris Weber. He's got 5.
Peja Stojakovic once again working off the screen. Hassel comes in from behind him, gets a hand in his back, and he still knocks the shot in. Mike Bibby. And these two guys with their three-point shooting have electrified this crowd and given Sacramento what looked to be they were going to be knocked out here tonight and trailing 2-1 and losing the home court advantage, and they have fought back to take the lead.
But one thing that has really fallen for Minnesota, the number of free throw attempts. Here's Garnett, who is 6 of 7, now 7 of 8. That's 28 free throw attempts for Minnesota and now 29 for the Kings. Before it was a double-digit free throw attempt deficit for the T-Wolves.
This is Kevin Garnett. This is where, as the MVP, he's got to lead his team to a victory.
He had big free throws in game 2 as well. Minnesota in overtime from the free throw line has gone 6 of 7. Doug Christie. Miller. Stojakovic. And a foul. Peja Stojakovic has been unstoppable since late in the 4th and certainly this overtime.
Kevin, what about the pass? What's the pass from Brad Miller? Right over the top of the head of the defender, and look at the catch and finish. He comes back to the other side of the basket. The soft roll. What a tremendous play. Just the confidence that Brad Miller had in Stojakovic that he could even catch the ball, let alone make the basket.
Peja Stojakovic has scored all 7 Sacramento overtime points. Timeout.
Hey, LeBron.
Oh, what up, Thirst?
Brother, how about a tour of your new crib?
Oh, come on in. This is my bedroom?
Right. King-size waterbed.
Game room.
Plasma screen, blah, blah, blah.
And this is the kitchen.
Whoa! Oh, no, you didn't. Crisp, clean, ice cold, lemon, lime, Sprite, always at your fingertips?
Check it out. You crying?
It's just so beautiful. Show him my motto. Can a brother get a minute?
What if you lived in a world where you can never see your favorite team play?
Alley-oop. LeBron hammers it home.
I'm Gordon Gund, owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. At the age of 30, I lost my sight to retinitis pigmentosa. Today, more than 6 million Americans are losing their sight to retinitis pigmentosa and similar diseases like macular degeneration.
But you can help. Join the foundation fighting blindness. With their support, a cure can become a reality.
And someday, everyone will get a chance to see you play.
Peja Stojakovic, one of the great shooters in the NBA, 27 points, the majority of which, or certainly the most clutch of which, Doug Collins have come late in the game and in overtime.
Well, his shooting electrifies this team, and he's made some big ones tonight. I mean, it looked like they were dead in the water, Kevin. I mean, they had nothing going for them. And then all of a sudden, some turnovers. Mike Bibby hits some big threes. Stojakovic, he hits the 3 to tie it at 10.7 seconds. He has all 7 points here in overtime. Has a chance here if he finishes off the three-point play to give his team a 2-point lead. But look at the fourth quarter and overtime. 20 points. And the guy was, he was non-existent in the first 3.5 quarters. He could not buy a shot.
And isn't it ironic that Minnesota, who trailed by 10 with 4:11 to play in game 2, came back to win it. Tonight led in Sacramento in the final 4 minutes of regulation, came back and outscored them 22-8. Just the reverse.
That's a big miss. It keeps it on the odd number. That means with the twos, they can take the lead.
Sprewell with a big-time hit. He's got 25.
Stojakovic has missed 2 free throws tonight. He had made 65 in a row at one time here.
That's a drought of almost 8 minutes for the Timberwolves dating back to the fourth quarter. Stojakovic with a miss and out of bounds and off of Minnesota with 45 seconds to play in overtime.
What's going to happen next here, Kevin? I mean, this is amazing. It really is.
We are harnessed in as tight as we can be. Here comes Weber. 6 of 16 against Irvin Johnson, who has not given up any ground. Oh, and Stojakovic turns it over. Number 18 on the part of the Kings. Minnesota, in contrast, with just 7 turnovers tonight. Minnesota's got the lead and the ball in a difference of about 12 seconds. Game clock to shot clock. Who will take the shot with 3 to go? Garnett. Oh, what a shot by Kevin Garnett. And a timeout taken with the Timberwolves leading by 3.
His presence of mind, when he caught that ball, Kevin, he looked at the shot clock at the other end of the floor. He looked at the shot clock at the other end of the floor and saw how much time he had and turned and made the shot. Now watch Kevin Garnett's eyes. Look at him. Did you see him look at the other end of the floor? Knocked it in. Now the question is, will Minnesota foul here? Will they take the foul? And Kevin McHale saying, take the foul. Watch him. He's going to look at Flip, and he said, take the foul. Don't let him shoot the 3.
Garnett's got a game-high 30, 7 in OT, and he just put the Wolves on top by 3.
Hyundai Sonata with America's best warranty. It's more car for the money. And now the Sonata is J.D. Power & Associates' highest-ranked entry midsize car in initial quality.
NBA TV is your channel for everything basketball.
Oh, baby!
All access.
Team ready?
I got back! I got back!
All original.
He plays hard every night. He does play hard.
All exclusive.
Has that been the major strength of this team?
All highlights.
Are you kidding me?
All playoffs.
We gotta get control.
Watch NBA TV all day, all night. All basketball.
The ever-observant Doug Collins had a very neat little insight into Kevin Garnett working against the shot clock.
Well, watch him look at the other end. He knows where the shot clock is. He looks up, and he says right there, he said, I got to get the shot off. There's 3 seconds here. I got to turn and get it off. And he does in traffic. Actually, Christie reached in and got a hand on that wrist. Could have very easily been a 3-point play. But now you saw Kevin McHale sort of yelling at Flip like, take the foul, take the foul. Are they going to burn some clock and maybe take a foul so they can't shoot a 3 to tie it here?
10.8 remaining. And the Kings are down by 3. No fouls to give either way. Miller.
Take it now. Take it now.
And a foul on Hassel. That's right. 6.1 left. That's 5 on Hassel, and Stojakovic will be at the line, and he is 2 of 5.
Missed 3 free throws tonight.
Yep, that is, and he's a guy that came into this game hitting 64 consecutive free throws dating back to mid-March.
Now what Flip Saunders is going to tell his team right here, make or miss on the free throw, we want a timeout. So they are not going to take any chance on fighting this ball up the floor. Most important thing is you got to make sure you got enough big people in there to get the rebound. You look at Hassel underneath the basket here. If Stojakovic misses the second one, he's going to make sure he blocks out.
He's got Peeler for the Kings at his side. Timberwolves have a timeout, and the Kings have 2. They got a full and they got a 20. It's inside the NBA is get revved up in Atlanta.
So obviously you're going to make this free throw here, and then you got to foul immediately.
Now it is a 1-point game, a Minnesota timeout, and that is their final timeout in overtime. The winner of this game goes up 2 games to 1 in this best of 7 Western Conference semifinal.
this. Let's go get something to eat.
It's go time.
What?
Wendy's new Ultimate Chicken Grill with a sweet and savory sauce is what I'd have if I were you.
What?
Yeah, with only 7 grams of fat, it's bigger and juicier than ever. Of course, I'm not you.
Well, who are you?
Mr. Wendy, unofficial spokesman.
I'm so sorry. He just really likes that chicken.
Hey!
Wendy's new Ultimate Chicken Grill, one of our 3 new Chicken Temptation sandwiches.
What was that sandwich?
Oh!
Run faster.
And our pickup window's open till midnight or later.
I like things in life that are the best. My best friend, the best cuts, and of course, the best place for these. My son. Chris, let me call you back. I'm a little busy.
Radio Shack has a Motorola T730 color screen phone from Verizon Wireless at a new low price of just $39.99. Plus free in-network calling to any Verizon Wireless customer anytime, virtually anywhere from the national in-network coverage area.
Did I mention the best sport?
Radio Shack.
Minnesota has just burned their last timeout. The Kings have 2. They got a full and a 20 remaining with 6.1 remaining in overtime.
All right, first of all, you have to have someone throw the ball in that you trust, who's not going to panic because you have no timeouts. Under the rules now, you can throw the ball into the back court. Remember, it used to be you had to throw it in the. You can throw the ball, so you can spread it out and use all 94 feet, which makes it easier to get it in. And if you can, you want to get it in to your best free throw shooter, if at all possible. But the one thing you can't do is throw a lazy pass towards half court that can be picked off and the other team go down and score to beat you.
Rodney Buford has come in for the first time in this series. As Sprewell will inbound and gets it to Garnett, who is tripped and down. He traveled with the ball. With 4.1 to play.
This is amazing. I have never seen so many crazy things happen.
And a timeout taken by Sacramento.
Kevin Garnett catches the ball, and you see he slides. I couldn't tell whether there was any contact at all there, but he couldn't take a timeout because they were out of timeout. There would have been a technical foul.
And Casale is saying that he was pushed. Rodney Buford had come in, and he was one of the primary defenders for the Sacramento Kings on Kevin Garnett.
See, when you run out of timeouts, normally you could take a timeout and get it back, but it would have been a technical foul. But watch here. You're going to see, it looks like his feet just fell out from underneath him.
He wasn't pushed.
That was a good call.
He lost his balance. As simple as that. But he did slip. So now, let's switch gears. 4.1, Stojakovic has scored all 9 Sacramento points in overtime. What are they digging up in that Sacramento huddle?
Well, obviously, if you can free up Stojakovic for a shot, that's what you'd like to do. Normally, you'd go to a guy like Mike Bibby here. This is the time where he can get to the basket off the dribble. Really, nobody else on this Sacramento team can break you down off the dribble. So if you're Minnesota, you're probably going to switch on everything, but you have to be very careful of them throwing the ball inside to Weber after a switch for a quick post-up. So this is going to be very interesting.
It'll be Christie, Weber, Miller, Stojakovic out there for the Sacramento Kings, and Anthony Peeler will be the 5th King player.
Remember, Sacramento had 3 very close games against Dallas and won them all. Can they pull another one out here tonight?
Sal's fouled out. Sprewell, Hassel, Madsen, Kevin Garnett, Fred Hoiberg. Christie will inbound. Timeout. That's the last one. That's the last one for Sacramento. So the Timberwolves got a little taste of what the Kings may try. They'll go back and huddle on their side. Inside the NBA is next with a lot to talk about tonight. Miami in our first game of our doubleheader on TNT tonight, beating Indiana. And we'll get post-game reaction to this game coming up next.
The one thing, Kevin, if you're Minnesota, you do not foul a jump shooter. You cannot foul a jump shooter. You end up, but you cannot foul shooting a jump shot.
So go, Kings go from another capacity round. Christie again to inbound, 4.1. No timeouts either way. Stojakovic. And rejected by Hassel. Picked up by Sprewell, and Minnesota takes a lead in the series. Trenton Hassel with a tremendous defensive play.
Wow, this was some game. People throwing stuff onto the floor right now. Going to be very careful somebody doesn't get hit in the eye. That was an amazing basketball game. The highs and lows, the ups and downs, everything that happened tonight, and this crowd is stunned. Let's take a look to see here the pump fake. And you know, he got the ball. It looked like Stojakovic kicked his leg out to try to draw the foul, but Trenton Hassel came up with a big play. Watch now. Watch now.
There may have been some elbow contact.
The question is, did Stojakovic take the ball into him? That's, you know, did he try to create the contact? That's a tough play to have to officiate.
So now the Minnesota Timberwolves take a 2-1 lead.